hella cold. Today, I want to talk about why love is blinding. And this is kind of like a Valentine's Day special, I guess you could say. And I just wanna really talk about how love can blind you. And it's not even love. It's part of the equation, but a lot of the time it's our own eyes that are closed to the fact, because we're so in love and we're so obsessed that we disregard everything else and glorify their pros and what their beauty is and what their good characteristics are, but we don't realize the cons and their bad characteristics and what they do day to day when we're actually in that relationship. And once we are, that love blinds us. And that's what I want to talk about. And a lot of the time it's kind of just our nature, just to like see the good in people. A lot of the time, sometimes other people are different, but me personally, I can say a lot of the time I try to look in the good of people that I love, like that I really like. If I'm looking at a woman that I really like, I kind of disregard the flaws, and that's just my nature, and I guess that's a lot of people's nature too. And I kind of disregard the flaws, and I look at the pros and their good characteristics and how beautiful they look and all that, and I kind of disregard the flaws. I don't really realize that, and then once you get into a relationship, that's when you realize, oh shoot, like it's not everything that I expected. But even when we actually see the flaws, we disregard them. We make excuses for them. We justify that maybe being in love and working it out will make it better, but it doesn't. And you're trapping yourself in that relationship for no reason. You're breaking yourself down. And I want to wake up people. Through this video. If this video hits your heart, it's meant for you. And you have to realize that you need to wake yourself up. You need to realize that it's not real love if you're being entrapped. If you're feeling like you kind of like small. If you're feeling like he is dominating over you. That's not a relationship. That's not true love. That love is blinding you, because at the end of the day, it's not all about that. It's about finding a person who actually cares about you, who actually makes you feel like they're your other half. That's what a relationship is. And some of the reasons why people ignore the red flags are because they grew up in a different family. If a person that grew up in, let's say, caring and a loving family would love others differently than somebody that grew up in a toxic family or has come from a toxic relationship, because their mentality and their way of love has changed, or they've grown up with it differently. And I've seen it happen realistically. And people think that toxic love is something that's like you just have to go through and it's tough love, whatnot. No, it's not. That's not real love. There is tough love, yeah, like when it, to a certain point, but you shouldn't feel belittled, or you shouldn't feel like you don't matter in the relationship. That's not what a relationship is for. It's for connecting with somebody that's supposed to be your other half and supposed to make you complete, not make you feel lower. And another reason I think people ignore the red flags are because they feel like they won't find somebody else like her or him. And that's not true. There's so many people in the world that you could find, and he's not the only person, or she's not the only person that you could really like look towards. Because I keep repeating this, and I need you to put it in your head. If they're belittling you, and if they're making you feel like you're like a piece of crap every day, get out of that relationship. It's not worth it. It really isn't. Like, and this is the part where you're blinded. It's like you just start doing all these random like BS and making excuses just to be in that relationship. But it's not worth it. It really isn't. Red flags are there and meant for you so you could actually make a good decision, not ignore them. So you could actually, weigh it out and realize, okay, do the pros outcome the ways? Do the pros outweigh the cons, or do the cons massively outweigh the pros? And if it's close, me personally, in my experience, you shouldn't even be there either. The pros should be higher, way higher than the cons in a relationship. I feel like for both sides, he or she, doesn't really matter. And stepping away from that relationship will benefit you more than being in it. It will. It really will. And you need to put that in your head. And I'm going to keep saying that over and over again. I'm going to keep saying to put stuff in your head so you can realize that this video is for you. If you click on it, it's for you. Wait, what's that? Another good point that I should bring up is a lot of the people in those kind of toxic or messed up or blinding relationships really like the highs and the lows of those relationships. They one day it's like really loving and they feel valued, and another day it destroys them and they're having like the worst day of their life because of that one singular person. And they're going off of that. They're like, it's kind of like a addiction, or it's like adrenaline, you know? It's like it makes you feel good one day, bad, and then it's kind of like you're going through it. But is that really a relationship, or is that just something that your partner is benefiting off? They feel controlling, or he or she feels controlling of you. Is that really how you want to live your life? Is that how you want to go? Because 20 years down the road, when you're in an actual relationship, and maybe if it goes through and you don't realize, you're gonna mess yourself up. You really are. You're gonna. It's really gonna affect you in the long run. And that's not the way you should live life. It's not the way you should love. You should put yourself higher. You shouldn't put yourself lower. A really, really good thing that I've heard from TikTok is she really fine? Or is she really fine because you can't find anybody else? Okay, wait, let me say that again. Make it better. Is she really fine, shit? That's a really good point. And I've been through that too. And I know that people that are watching this video have been through it too. You stoop yourself so low because you can't find anybody else. You stoop yourself so low to low levels of people because you can't find your quote-unquote person. Or you've tried and they don't like you. Or you've tried and it doesn't work out. And you stoop yourself so low. You shouldn't. Like, keep yourself to the standard that you think you deserve. And just wait. Patience is key. You have to wait. You have to realize that it's not going to be a in and out thing. Because if it is, it's not worth it. It takes some time to find, because there's a lot of people that find true love at 15, 16, 18, 25, 30 even. It's going to take time. Your time will come. That's just the life. Life is kind of like a waiting game. A lot of the things are waiting. You have to be patient. You have to have that discipline and that patience to realize, okay, I'm going to have my own standards. And if I can't find somebody, okay, I'll wait. You have to wait. That's love. That's part of love. That just because you see a lot of people in high school or wherever you are, they're all being lovey-dovey and all this and all that. And you're kind of like, man, where's my person? Where's my other half? You just got to wait, man. Because not everybody has that same timing. And it comes to a lot of things too. Not everybody has the same timing when it comes to being successful. Not everybody has the same timing when it comes to being, a promotion or a job or whatever it is in life. A lot of the things are different timings for people when it comes to good things. And that's a life lesson in this video too. Patience is key. You just have to wait for your time. And I'm kind of getting off topic, but it's a good lesson. But on the topic of love and blinding love, is it really benefiting you or is it controlling? That's also another thing, because you have to realize the difference between the two. And real love gives you freedom to do whatever you want. I actually love the person. I actually go on dates and actually enjoy talking to each other and making each other feel special. And if you feel like every single day you feel less and less and less yourself, and less you value yourself less and less, is that really a relationship? Or are you just in there because you feel that kind of this special feeling, but not for both people, just for kind of a little bit kind of for you? Is it really for you, or is it really just because you have that good feeling? A lot of the time we're blinded by all these good feelings and these good things, but they're really bad for us. So is it true love, or are you being controlled by it? Are you being less and less valued? Because if you are, it's not gonna be worth it down the road. And I've seen it happen on the internet, online. I've seen it happen. I've seen people that go in for the love, and they're kind of how do I say it? Feel lowly valued, and I see their partner, him or her, it could be anybody, kind of talking down on them, making them somebody they're not. If you're not living your own life, and if you don't feel like you're just being yourself in that relationship, then is it really meant for you? Is it? No, it really isn't. It isn't. You have to realize that love is something that benefits both of you, that makes you feel both special, that makes you feel like you're both actually meant for something. Like, together, you guys can conquer anything. But if you're feeling belittled, and I'm gonna say this again, and I know that, if you feel belittled and if you feel lowly valued each and every day, by the end of the day, however many years, months, or whatever, you're gonna eventually break up. You're gonna go through a divorce, because that's part of the reason why breakups happen and divorces happen a lot of the time, because one party feels lowly valued than the other, and then the other is controlled or something like that. Not all of them. I was saying I've seen plenty of stories of good love stories. I mean, I've seen plenty of stories of great relationships and great lovers and all that. They've been lovers since 5th grade, and they got married at 20 or whatever. I've seen it. But if you feel like you're not belonging in that relationship, well, maybe think about it. Am I really in this relationship for the love, or am I in this because I'm afraid to lose it? And this brings me to my next point. After all of that, you kind of start losing yourself. You start realizing that, you start realizing inside that you weren't the same person before the relationship. You're something completely different. You're relying on her for your happiness. You're relying on him or her, for happiness. Your happiness depends on that person, and it shouldn't. Well, it should bring you more happiness, but it shouldn't tear you down one day and then make you happy the next. If you're doing things, you're changing your lifestyle specifically for your partner, or you're doing different things that you never would have done before that relationship, you're losing yourself. And if you think about anything, or you take anything from this video, never lose yourself. Because at the end of the day, who do you have when nobody's around? Forget your family, forget your friends, forget everybody. Who do you have when you lose everybody? Yourself. And if you lose yourself, who do you have? If you lose that courage that you have, and that specialty that you have, and you just change yourself to fit another person's mold, how's life gonna go for you when nobody's there? So, if you're in a relationship where you feel like you're changing your whole perspective, your whole narrative, your whole lifestyle, and everything for this person, for the specific person that you love, it's not love. And I'm going to say that after every single segment. It's not true love. You're basically closing your own eyes, and you're blindlessly walking to that person, but by hearing their voices, by glorifying again their good personality or their good traits, but you're not realizing that they're being toxic. You're not realizing that they're hurting you inside, and it's not benefiting you. You're wasting your time being with that person. You're wasting your time being with that person when you know that there's probably somebody else that loves you, that cares for you, and that could actually you guys both could benefit from that true love, being together, being as one. But in a blinding relationship, you're kind of like this. This is whoever is controlling you or whatever, him or her, and this is you. So you got to make your own decision, your own choices, because at the end of the day, you are you. You can't lose yourself. It's you. You have to realize that. And to this, if you keep realizing that you're justifying her actions more than you are your own, well, you've already seen the truth. Internally, you're just blind. You already kind of know the truth. Because if you're really justifying her actions over yours, how is that any right? How is that any more right than justifying yours? You're changing yourself for that specific person. And a really good quote that I've heard, I don't know the specific person, I've just seen it on Instagram or social media, but love is like a fire. It should keep you warm, but it should not burn you alive. It really shouldn't. Love should be something that keeps you together, keeps you as close as possible, not like a dictatorship. And this brings me to my last point before I kind of end it off. After hearing all of this, have the strength to walk away. And walking away isn't something you should be scared of. It's actually something that is making you strong. You're walking away from a relationship. You're realizing that I need to value myself more than anybody else, because I can't lose myself to this person that's controlling me, to this person that's changing me, that's not making me feel like I'm actually being loved. Walking away is the best step that you could do. And you have to realize that okay, sorry. But if somebody loved you as they said that they did, they wouldn't have to break you down and make you feel small for you to feel loved, or for you to like feel that love yourself. If you're in a relationship, you should be loving each other. You should compliment each other. You should be best buddies. You shouldn't be feeling like you're getting broken down every single day from this relationship. And it might be hard to swallow that pill. It might be hard to take in this message, but it's for your own benefit. It really is. If you're in a toxic relationship, if you're in a bad state in a relationship where I described kind of those factors, think about it. Because walking away will only help you, will only build you. And staying in that relationship will only break you. That's the difference. Because at one point, it's going to be a make it or break it for you. And after that, you're not going to be the same anymore. So, if you're seeing this video and you realize this message and it kind of hit you, it's for you. It's for you. You have to realize that. And if it's not too late, do it. Walk away. It's only going to help you. I want to end this video off with the message of love is blinding, but we're basically closing our eyes walking into the love. And if you have any suggestions for the video, for next upcoming videos or future videos, if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. If you feel free to support me, if you want to subscribe, if you want to like, comment, share, whatever, if you want to support me, and if you really like this message, go ahead. And for the people that have personal stories, that they've been through these type of things and they've experienced these type of things, drop the comments below. Or if you're going through something like this, drop a comment below, drop some comments below and talk with people, because this is our platform. This is a platform that we could grow off of. This is a platform that we could learn from others and different perspectives and stuff like that. So drop a comment if you've ever been in this type of relationship, or if you are in one, and you're not alone. We're all in this together. This channel is to bring people together to talk about these different type of issues and problems, and kind of bring the awareness and open up. And so if you enjoy this type of content, please support. And thank you so much. I really appreciate every one of you that watches it. Thank you.